Hi guys. So German, day 2, we start from scratch. So I want you to write this down. These three things. Wie geht's dir? Wo bist du und was machst du? Die erste Frage, the first question is, wie geht's dir? Wie geht's dir? Which is the same as, how are you? Wie geht's dir? How are you? You make the 1, 2, 3. The first is a statement. Always when you say a statement and somebody asks you, you do like this. Mir geht's. Wie geht's dir? The reflexive, which is dir, this is just another you put that on first position and you change it to your person, to the first person singular, which basically means like I'm. Second position, the verb. The verb always comes second position in German. And then you can say, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm bad, I'm fine. Mir geht's gut, I'm fine. Mir geht's schlecht, I'm bad. Mir geht's so la la, I'm so and so, more or less. And then you could ask, are you good? Once it becomes a question again, you put the verb on first position. And then comes the reflexive. Geht's dir? Geht's dir gut? Geht's dir schlecht? Geht's dir so la la? You see? And then you can either say, yes, I am good, or no, I'm not good. Ja, mir geht's gut. Nein, mir geht's nicht gut. What is the open question? When we talk, how are you? I'm not good. You want to know why. So why are you not good? Which is why in German? Warum? Warum geht's dir nicht gut? Why are you not good? Warum geht's dir nicht gut? And the because is in German weil oder wegen. Weil oder wegen. So you have two forms of say because in German, which is either weil oder wegen. You could say because I'm hungry. Weil ich Hunger habe. Or because I am sick. Weil ich Hunger habe. Because I'm hungry. Wegen der Krankheit. Because of the sickness. So always, weil, you use weil as it is an indication of a secondary sentence. Secondary sentence. And wegen, you use wegen as for when after only comes a particle and a noun. A particle is der, die, das. Der, die, das. And then a noun. Krankheit. Spiels, etc. This is when you use weil and this is when you use wegen. Weil is an indication of a secondary sentence. So you have after weil, you have a lot of words that come afterwards. Wegen, you only have two words. You have the particle, der, die, das, and the noun, wegen der Krankheit. Or an unknown particle, wegen einem Geburtstag. Now we continue. The second that I want to ask you in German, where are you? Wo bist du? Wo bist du? Wo bist du? Where are you? You could say I'm at home. Ich bin At home ist zu Hause. Ich bin zu Hause. I'm at the coffee. I'm at the coffee. Ich bin im Café. I'm in the school. I'm in a country. How would you ask the question when I say, for example, I'm at home? You could ask me, are you at home? So you take the structure of a statement, which is Ich bin zu Hause, and you turn it around. Bist du zu Hause? And it becomes the question. Ich bin zu Hause. Bist du zu Hause? And then you only have to add, if somebody asks you, Bist du zu Hause? You only have to add yes, I'm at home, or no, I'm not at home. Yes, ja, ich bin zu Hause. Nein, ich bin nicht zu Hause. Bist du in der Schule? Nein, ich bin nicht in der Schule. Ich bin im Café. And then you could mix it together when somebody asks you, Bist du in der Schule? You could already say a full sentence. Bist du in der Schule? Nein, ich bin nicht in der Schule. Ich bin im Café. No, I'm not at the school. I'm at the coffee. I'm at the coffee. I'm at Starbucks or whatever. Nein, ich bin nicht in der Schule. Schule. Ich bin im Café. You see? Bist du in der Schule? Bist du im Café? Nein, ich bin nicht im Café. Ich bin in der Schule. And two simple little statements, two little sentences, you can already build a full sentence. Without needing fillers, without needing other verbs that you need to add and stuff. And when I ask you, for example, wo bist du? Where are you? It is always like this. I am. Ich bin. And from there you can build. From there you can start to build. You can say, ich bin in der Schule. I'm in Switzerland. Ich bin in der Schweiz. You can make a tree out of 500 vocabulary. And this is how you learn. You don't learn by memorizing all the grammar and all the verbs and vocabulary. You learn by building. Because what is language learning actually? This is something that fascinates and it also frustrates me, because they always say, like, I want a language learn. I want to learn a language. But if I can be honest, you don't learn a language. I mean, like, you learn a language, but learning is the byproduct. What you really should do is building a language. You see, when I show you all of this, when I show you like the technique and the drilling that you can do with other people, and I show you how it's done, statement, question, answer, and stuff. It is here we are showing, we are looking at the structure, and we are effectively building it and speaking the language. And the learning comes as a byproduct of building a language. So it's not a thing that you learn the language for the purpose of learning. You build the language, and learning comes as the byproduct of it. Just a little indication, because everyone gets it wrong. Everyone says like, yeah, you have to learn the language, but you actually build and speak the language. And learning is something that happens as the byproduct of it. And it's also more sustainable, because a lot of people, they do something for the sake of doing the thing, but they are too close, they don't get it. But once you distance yourself a little bit, you get it. But yeah, maybe I'm too much. I'm at home. Ich bin zu Hause. And by the way, I give lessons. The link is in the description. You can write me there, you can check, you can book a lesson. And yeah, we see us there. Ich bin zu Hause. Ich bin im Schwimmbad. Swimming pool. Or at the beach. Am Strand. In the sea, in the ocean, im Meer. In the ocean. In is im Meer. At the ocean would be am Meer. Or I'm with my brother. Ich bin mit meinem Bruder. I'm with my brother. Ich bin mit meinem Bruder. You see, you can really build it. You can build the language. And the last one, what are you doing? Was machst du? Was machst du? What are you doing? Was machst du? 1, 2, 3. I do. Ich mache. And then you can, I do sports. Ich mache Sport. Ich mache, I do homework. Hausaufgaben. I make money. Ich mache Geld. I do my room. I make my room. Ich mache mein Zimmer. I make food. Ich mache Essen. And you see, that's a really nice thing, because vocabulary comes with verbs. Verbs and vocabulary are twins. They come with each other. When I say step, you have vocabulary knife. When I say bullet, you have vocabulary gun or something like that. It comes together. So we drill the specific verbs and the verbs that come with it. So we predict the structure of the language, so that we prepare you. I don't make you learn verbs and vocabulary that is out of context with each other, that is not matching, that are no twins, so that you have one part and then you will have the other part, and then you read the sentence and they are not combined. You don't understand, you only understand half part. No. We are learning precise what you need in which context, so that you can say as a statement, ich mache, and all the things below. Ich mache Hausaufgaben, ich mache Geld, ich mache Sport. You see? And then you could ask me, do you do sports? Do you do this? Do you do this? And then you can get your partner, and he can ask you all this bunch of stuff. Machst du Hausaufgaben? Machst du Sport? Machst du dies? Machst du das? Do you do this? Do you do that? And then you can either say, yes, I do. Or no, I don't. Ja, ich mache Hausaufgaben. Ja, ich mache Sport. Ja, ich mache Hausaufgaben. And kein. Ich mache kein. Nein, ich mache kein. And I put here an E, because sometimes it's kein and sometimes it's keine. Is with the E. It depends on which particle. For example, essen, das Essen. So the particle would be neutral. So you say kein Essen. But for example, Hausaufgaben, this noun is die Hausaufgaben. It is feminine. When it's feminine, you put an E. Keine Hausaufgaben. Das Geld, das Zimmer. So we put only an E by Hausaufgaben. Keine Hausaufgaben. This is an addition that I want you to know. Never learn the nouns without a particle, because this is something that is really bad in German. In German, you always learn the nouns with the right particles behind it, because a lot of people, I see a bunch of people, they are learning vocabulary without its particles, and then they have huge problem to distinguish if you say nein, ich mache kein or nein, ich mache keine, because it is all terminations are dependent on the particles, and you have to know the right particles. And a lot of people, they don't learn them together. So my advice to you is, the key takes for today that I want to give you is, learn nouns with particles, with the correct particle. Second, learn nouns with the correct particles. Die Hausaufgaben, das Geld, and so on and so forth. And verb and vocabulary are twins. And you should always learn them together. And number 3, start speaking from the first day. You don't learn the language by studying a language or by learning a language. You learn the language by speaking it and by building it actively. It is like the same as you would study to ride a bicycle. People, they are seriously, like in the university, people spend like 4 years studying how to learn a language and they cannot speak shit. That is useless. We don't study how to ride the bike. We go on the bike from the first day and we try to ride it. This is how you make serious progress in language learning. And that was it. As I said, I give classes. The description is below. You can book a class with me. Otherwise, I will continue to do a bunch of lives and teaching different languages like Spanish, German, and stuff. So I see you. Bye-bye.